Steno Speed.
Newark, September 19th, 1960. Mr. James Hilton, 246 Fulton Street, West Orange 2, New Jersey. Dear Mr. Hilton, my client, Herman Glazer, has left with me certain papers constituting work which he performed for you at your special request. He has advised me that there is a balance of $140 due for his work, and I have been instructed to turn over these papers to you upon payment of this amount. Supplementing our telephone conversation of yesterday, I discussed the matter with Mr. Glazer, and he advised me to accept $120 in full payment of his claim against you. We will consider this matter closed upon receipt of your check. Very truly yours, Roy Merritt, Attorney. New York, April 22nd, 1960. The Educational Institute, 347 Fifth Avenue, New York 17, New York. Gentlemen, enclosed, please find fire insurance policy in the amount of $6,000. This covers the contents of your present location. The total amount of fire insurance now is $15,000. We call your attention to the rate of $17.99 per $1,000 insurance. This compares well with the rate of $21.88 charged at your former address. We will apply to the New York Fire Insurance Exchange for the detailed schedule showing how the rate was derived. We will then be able to have it analyzed to determine what reductions, if any, may be available. This is important and warrants your immediate attention. Very truly yours, Metropolitan Insurance Agency, Norman Appleby. Cohoes, October 17th, 1960. George Stuyvesant, Credit Department, Mercury Jewelry Company, 620 Main Boulevard, Albany 9, New York. Dear Mr. Stuyvesant, we had hoped that our early fall receipts would enable us to clear up your account. However, they were most disappointing. We do anticipate some very good results with the Christmas buying season and will clear up your account as soon as we possibly can. Please bear with us just a little while longer. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Very truly yours, Sinclair Mail Specialties, Louis Tinsley, Treasurer.
Erie, April 29th, 1960. Muriel Birch, Lancaster Agency, 67 Pittsfield Road, Philadelphia 27, Pennsylvania. Dear Miss Birch, as I explained to you in our recent telephone conversation, we are now in the process of preparing a new printed program for suitable mailing purposes. Enclosed is a copy of our program schedule for the month of June, along with other pertinent information concerning station WXRC. Many thanks for your call. Sincerely yours, Chester Gaylord, Program Director. Detroit, February 24th, 1960. Mrs. Lillian Owen, 2450 Riverside Drive, Battle Creek, 4, Michigan. Dear Mrs. Owen, our New York office has forwarded to us your letter of inquiry about the trip you intend to take to the Central European countries. We are certain you could not plan any trip that would give you more to see in traveling from place to place than the trip you have in mind. Some pamphlets are being mailed to you today under separate cover. We should like to send one of our representatives to your home to discuss the matter in detail with you. We might add that if you have a friend to join you, the cost will be 10% less. We know that we can be of good service to you. Very sincerely yours, National Travel Bureau, Albert Forbes. Hot Springs, June 7th, 1960. Mrs. Jean Van Buren, Post Office Box 742, Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Dear Madam, our President has now made his recommendation to this office about the refinancing of your present contract. The mortgage department of our bank is being instructed today to draw the necessary documents and to forward them to you for study and, if acceptable, for your signature. When the new contract is completed, it will represent the status of your contract for its present balance, subject to a monthly payment of $42, plus a small carrying charge of $2.50 each month. We hope this arrangement will meet with your approval. Very truly yours, Essex Trust Corporation, Victor Armstrong.
Tulsa, March 10, 1960. Unity Institute, 359 West Oklahoma Avenue, Boston 2, Massachusetts. Gentlemen, the attached outline of the National Travel Club is a basis for the enthusiastic reception from people in every phase of travel business. As you will note, item 3 makes special reference to language study. Interest in learning other languages is mentioned as a point of eligibility for membership. To further implement this point, and as an added incentive, we are offering at cost a language record to each new member. We have seen your Around the World language courses and find them particularly well suited to the needs of our members. Will you be kind enough to send us your best wholesale price on a volume basis? We would appreciate an immediate reply. Very truly yours, National Travel Club, William Cole, Secretary. Mexico, D.F., August 4, 1960. Henderson Sales Company, 501 Lexington Avenue, Binghamton 7, New York. Gentlemen, last Monday I returned to my office after being away from Mexico City for 5 weeks. I am sorry that I was not able to answer your letter before. However, It is our pleasure to enclose our check number 2549 in the amount of $2,359.75 in payment of your invoice number 4572. Enclosed is our new order number 5739. Kindly ship at your earliest convenience according to our previous instructions. Please accept my kindest personal regards. Sincerely yours, Frank Norton, President.
Seattle, July 17th, 1960. Mr. Edwin Martell, 328 North Boulevard, Spokane, 7, Washington. Dear Mr. Martell, as chairman of our organization, may I extend to you, on behalf of the French-American Society, our deep appreciation and our heartfelt thanks for your kind participation in our annual social event held at the Hotel Americana on Sunday, July 10th, 1960. Your presence not only enhanced immensely the occasion, but also infused a great deal encouragement to all freedom-loving people. Very sincerely yours, Thomas Francois Blake. Newark, July 14th, 1960. Admiral Manufacturing Company, 583 Woodside Avenue, Elizabeth, 2, New Jersey. Gentlemen, we are presently working on our fall catalog. As the preparation of a 400-page book is very costly and time-consuming, may we ask you at this time to advise us if you plan any price changes. Please send us this information plus any clean black and white catalog material you have on your products, including prices, illustrations, and informative data. If inserts are provided, we will need size 9 by 12. Let us know how many pages your insert will consist of so that we may allow sufficient space in the proper sequence of numbers. Your prompt attention will be appreciated. Thank you. Very truly yours, Atlas Merchandising Corporation, Albert Fisk. Wheeling, October 9th, 1960. Concord Publishing Company, 211 Monroe Road, West, Martinsburg, 7, Virginia. Gentlemen, you may recall that we discussed the possibility of your working out some kind of cooperative advertising arrangement with Jones Whitney Company of Nicaragua. They are interested in promoting all your books in South America. They have again written asking us to present some kind of a deal suitable for their market. May we hear from you about this matter at your very earliest convenience. Very truly yours, Arista Corporation, Nathaniel Fulbright.
New York, May 7th, 1960. The Educational Institute, 347 Fifth Avenue, New York 17, New York. Gentlemen, we are pleased to inform you that we have been able to reduce your fire insurance rate from $17.99 per $1,000 to $14.99. Credits reflecting this rate reduction have been ordered from the insurance companies and will be forwarded to you shortly. This reduction is retroactive to February 15th, 1960, and applies to both your subsidiaries. An additional reduction of 50 cents per $1,000 is available by installing approved fire pails throughout the entire building. It is a pleasure to be of service. Very truly yours, Metropolitan Insurance Agency, Norman Appleby. Dallas, November 10th, 1960. Mr. Robert Wilson, real estate broker, 348 Broadway, Austin 7, Texas. Dear Sir, I intend to move to Austin or its vicinity during the next 2 months and require a 5 or a 6-room apartment in a good residential neighborhood. My family consists of 3 adults and 2 children of school age. The apartment should have all the latest improvements and be conveniently located. Will you please let me know by return mail what you have to offer? I am willing to sign a 2-year lease and pay up to $175 per month. I would even consider a well-built, 1-family brick house, new or one in very good condition, if it can be bought on easy terms. Thank you for a prompt reply. Very truly yours, Alfred Santos, 239 Park Terrace. Austin, November 12th, 1960. Mr. Alfred Santos, 239 Park Terrace, Dallas 4, Texas. Dear Mr. Santos, in response to your letter of the 10th, I take great pleasure in enclosing a list of choice apartments available at the present time, as well as the addresses of several 1-family houses which are either for sale or for lease. Should you be interested in seeing any of these apartments or houses, will you kindly telephone me, and I shall be glad to make arrangements to show them to you. Within a few days, I shall write to you about an exceptionally fine apartment which may be rented from the architect's plans of a modern 12-story apartment house now under construction. Very truly yours, Robert Wilson.
Austin, November 18, 1960. Mr. Alfred Santos, 239 Park Terrace, Dallas 4, Texas. Dear Mr. Santos, this is to supplement my letter of the 12th with the following exceptional recommendation. A 6-room apartment is now available in the 12-story apartment house I mentioned in my letter to you. This modern building is now near completion. The neighborhood is refined and the surroundings country-like. The apartment will be ready for occupancy by the 1st of January. This house has all up-to-date conveniences, including air conditioning and an incinerator. 2 passenger elevators manned by uniform operators will serve 24 hours a day. Although the rent is slightly higher than you anticipated paying, I am certain that the numerous advantages it possesses will more than compensate you for the few extra dollars in rent. The location of the building is ideal, as it is near many transportation facilities and is within easy walking distance of public, private, and parochial schools, as well as churches, libraries, and moving picture theaters. In addition, its shopping district is all that any woman could desire. The Washington Court, the name given to this structure, will be the finest in a radius of 20 blocks, and as the renting season is on, I suggest that you do not miss the opportunity to see the few apartments still available. The apartment I have in mind for you consists of spacious rooms and is fitted out with the most luxurious appointments. 3 exposures provide fine cross ventilation, which is so essential for your family's comfort. It is worth noting that this house is only a few minutes' drive to the seashore and athletic fields. In addition, there are golf courses, tennis and handball courts, basketball and baseball fields, as well as ample grounds for the youngsters. I am convinced that the apartment I wish to show you will do justice to all your requirements. I await your telephone call upon receipt of this letter. Very truly yours, Robert Wilson.
Birmingham, September 11th, 1960. Mr. Peter Blake, 17 Lexington Avenue, Decatur 2, Alabama. Dear Mr. Blake, you have given us your tire business for the past 2 years, and we want you to know that we fully appreciate your continued patronage. During the cold weather, when the ground is covered with snow and ice, you will need tires that grip the road. You cannot afford to gamble on smooth tires when you need all the road gripping our tires can give you. Let us inspect your tires and give you an estimate on their possible future service. If you do not need new tires, you will incur no expense in letting us check your present ones. Be certain that your car is equipped for safe winter driving. Sincerely yours, Acme Tire Corporation, William Bruce. Washington, January 10th, 1960. Paul Stewart, Campbell Publication Company, 342 West 27th Street, Pittsburgh 29, Pennsylvania. Dear Mr. Stewart, this concerns the application received on January 3rd, 1960 for the work titled Progress in Its Infancy. We note that September 15th, 1959 is given as publication date on your application, which bears a 1958 notice of copyright. We should appreciate a statement from you regarding this variance in dates. If the application is incorrect in respect to the application date, please submit a new one. The date of publication, that is, the date on which copies were first placed on sale, sold, or publicly distributed, should be given on line 4 of this application. On the other hand, if this work was published on September 15th, upon advice, we will register your claim on the basis of the present application. In reply, please refer to number 76529 and state the date of this letter. Sincerely yours, H. Gordon, Book Section, Examining Division.
Ann Arbor, August 25th, 1960. Mr. Frank White, 240 Lake Michigan Avenue, Detroit 18, Michigan. Dear Mr. White, it is a pleasure for us to answer your question, how can you help me to conserve heat during the winter months? That is the problem which constantly faces homeowners. Insulation and the weather stripping of doors and windows help to save heat during frigid weather. But neither of these methods can completely eliminate heat loss. Our new storm windows give you a perfect method for sealing windows. There will be no more drafts, nor overtime work for the furnace and exorbitant fuel bills when you install these modern storm windows. Our storm windows will save you up to 25% of your fuel bills every winter. They usually pay for themselves in less than 2 years, and then continue to pile up fuel savings for many years to come. For the average 5-room house, our storm windows will cost less than $75 installed. Only the finest clear wood has been used in the manufacture of this new product. The top and side rails have been smooth sanded, all ready for painting. Only the best quality clear glass has been used. Furthermore, all wooden parts have been specially treated with a chemical preservative to make the wood resistant to moisture, termites, and dry rot. May we send you our illustrated catalog, which gives you detailed information about our new modern storm windows. Please write us a letter for your copy. Very truly yours, United Storm Window Corporation, National Sales Distributor. Scranton, March 29th, 1960. Griffith Cutlery Corporation, 251 Nassau Street, Reading 5, Pennsylvania. Gentlemen, we are enclosing our latest list with up-to-date addresses of our sales personnel. These include outside salesmen, counter salesmen, and inside sales executive staff members. Any information you can send these people directly to their home, such as release sheets, catalogs, cover books, or, if possible, samples that will help educate or inspire our sales staff, will be greatly appreciated. If you have any suggestions as to how we might improve this service, either to our salesmen or to you, please let us know immediately. Thank you very much for this cooperation. Very truly yours, Benson Publicity Company, Edward Harding, Manager.
Chattanooga, January 14, 1960. Samuel Douglas, Sunset Dye Company, 137 West Vermont Street, Athens 1, Tennessee. Dear Mr. Douglas, thank you for your kind letter and the samples of various types of dye concentrates. We intend to do the following for you. 1. Test your product thoroughly. 2. Speak to some people who might be interested in buying it for factory and laundry use. 3. Write you a complete report on our own observations and comments of others, containing specific recommendations. We trust that the report we will send you will help to crystallize your thinking on the possibilities for exploitation and lead to a course of action for you to follow. Meanwhile, we would appreciate it if you would send us a few more packages of samples, as we already have 4 or 5 people who would like to see them. You can expect to hear from us within 2 or 3 weeks. Should you be in Chattanooga before then, please get in touch with us. We would enjoy getting together with you again. Sincerely yours, Chattanooga Advertising Company, Jack Axelrod. San Antonio, April 3rd, 1960. Mr. Anthony Smith, 200 South Clement Avenue, Austin 4, Texas. Dear Mr. Smith, I am sorry you were unable to join the luncheon meeting of our committee at the Oakland Hotel last Wednesday. I know you will be interested to know what occurred there. Of our goal to raise $50,000, we have raised $27,000 to date, and we discussed the most effective ways of raising the remaining $23,000. It was decided to organize our committee along industrial and professional lines, in view of the fact that our membership of over 300 includes leaders in all fields. If you would like to work with other committee men from your industry or profession, we will be glad to help you get together with our coordinator. Our office is fully equipped to arrange meetings, make telephone calls, send out mailings, and so forth. In short, anything that will facilitate your efforts. You may, of course, elect to help us meet our goal by working individually. I count on your cooperation to help us reach our goal. Very cordially yours, Lionel Dennison.
Racine, April 23, 1960. Ideal Book Corporation, 48 Midwood Avenue, Madison 4, Wisconsin. Gentlemen, we are pleased to inform you that on April 15th, 1960, we have formed a general partnership company under the firm name of Collectors Book Distributors with the following partners: Harvey Jason, Alexander Nicholas, Murray Green. This company will continue operating from our main office. We contemplate opening several new branches in the near future. Please transfer our individual indebtedness to the new account, addressing also your mail and shipments for us to Collectors Book Distributors, 24 Interlake Roadway, Racine 7, Wisconsin. We hope that our purchases from you will increase soon. Very truly yours, Collectors Book Distributors, Harvey Jason, Auditor. Oakland, January 4th, 1960. Mr. John Brown, Atlantic Development Company, 472 Park Avenue, New York, 18, New York. Dear Mr. Brown, I would like to write you a brief note to thank you for the hospitality and courtesy you showed us last week in New York. It was a real pleasure to meet and talk with you, and I hope that the time spent was mutually advantageous and profitable. Either Mr. Smith or myself will be in New York again in about 2 months to further our cooperation, and we will be talking to you by phone often before then. Of course, the invitation to visit us in San Francisco at any time is always good. Thank you again, and please be sure to contact us anytime you might have a question. We are continually at your service. Sincerely yours, Alfred Morgan, Vice President.
Cleveland, December 17th, 1960. Mr. Jerome Campbell, 416 Madison Avenue, Cleveland 3, Ohio. Dear Mr. Campbell, it has been very difficult for many investors to diversify their holdings because of the recent scarcity of short-term securities. We have an attractive issue of domestic development that would afford you the opportunity of adding a high-grade short-term investment to your account on an exceptionally fine yield basis. We analyzed your holdings and recommend these 5% notes to you as offering an excellent yield and reasonably safe investment. Very sincerely yours, Local Investment Company, Louis Frank, Manager. Chicago, July 12, 1960. Albany Construction Corporation, 247 Utica Road, Albany 2, New York. Dear Mr. Budwell, in response to your letter of July 3rd, we are pleased to send you a copy of our new catalog of roofing and siding materials. In the first few pages of our catalog, you will find detailed descriptions of various types of building papers, felts, and roofing materials. All our asphalt roofing have been tempered by the addition of a mineral filler, which adds to its durability. In the second half of our catalog, you will find complete descriptions of the outstanding construction features of our steel roofing. Notice especially the new copper steel materials which we have just put on the market. This type of roofing is galvanized with a coating of pure zinc to make it extra rust resistant and very durable. Recent laboratory tests have demonstrated that copper steel roofing will last almost twice as long as ordinary steel. The last part of the catalog contains illustrations and descriptions of asphalt and asbestos siding materials and various types of stained cedar shingles. Before you place your order for roofing and siding materials, be sure to get our quotation. Send us a complete list of your specifications, and we shall gladly suggest the materials which would be most suitable for your purpose. Very truly yours, International Roofing Supply Company, Edwin M. Snyder, Manager.
Los Angeles, December 4th, 1960, Franklin Institute, Incorporated, 62 East Colony Drive, San Francisco 26, California. Gentlemen, as a producer of phonograph records, we are quite certain that you are interested in obtaining top-quality recordings at competitive prices. Our company, long leaders in the record industry, is especially geared to provide you with your most exacting record requirements. Our organization is a combination of 4 separate departments, each specializing in its own essential phase in the manufacture of records. Our recording department does studio recording and cutting of acetate masters. The plating department manufactures the metal parts required in the final production of records. Our third department produces all types of records, including transcriptions for radio broadcasting and long-playing commercial records. We are specialists in the field of recording and are in a position to develop a complete record plan from an idea to a fully realized functioning operation. We hope that we may meet with you soon. We are confident that at that time we can show you the advantages we can offer with regard to your particular record project. Very truly yours, Excelsior Record Plant, Incorporated, Sanford Leeds, Jr. Trenton, October 11, 1960. Mr. Alfred Rawson, Triangle Manufacturing Company, 74 Madison Avenue, Newark 8, New Jersey. Dear Mr. Rawson, the writer wants to express his warmest and most sincere thanks for the recent courtesy extended to our personal representative. We are particularly grateful to you for your promise to give us an opportunity to serve you. You will find the results unusually refreshing and most gratifying because we operate far differently than any of our competitors. As an example, should you give us a claim for $200 or more, you may expect to receive a report from us within 48 to 72 hours, and this, mind you, applies to any account against a debtor anywhere in the United States. We are in a position to give you that type of service, and this results in faster recoveries with less need for suits by attorneys and with a subsequent saving of collection charges to you. When you give us an opportunity to serve you, the results will then speak for themselves. I am truly anxious to be able to acknowledge receipt of your initial items of business, and I hope it will be soon, so that I may immediately display the effectiveness, efficiency, and result-producing power of our organization. Very truly yours, Commercial Agency, Ralph Matthews. New York, December 20th, 1960. Mrs. Nieves Ginori, 739 Commonwealth Avenue, Boston 26, Massachusetts. Dear Mrs. Ginori, thank you for your inquiry about Conversa-Phone courses. During the past half-century, Conversa-Phone Institute devoted its energy in preparing practical courses which will help the individual acquire knowledge of foreign languages in the shortest possible time and, above all, at the least possible expenditure. All our courses are on hi-fi phonograph records, giving the perfect pronunciation of highly qualified native instructors. Now you can learn in your own home any of 18 exciting foreign tongues. You simply sit back, listen, repeat, and learn. The carefully selected course material, based on practical conversations, adds more interest and excitement to the language of your choice. So learn today and travel tomorrow knowing another language. The languages available are Spanish, French, German, Italian, Swedish, Norwegian, Danish, Finnish, Greek, Arabic, Polish, Hebrew, Portuguese, Japanese, Russian, Dutch, Turkish, Hungarian. In addition, we have the most frequently used words on records for Spanish, French, German, and Italian. We also have these 4 languages for children between the ages 6 and 14. Educators agree that a foreign language is an important part of every child's education. We also have a series of modern dance instructional records with appropriate music for each dance. These records will enable you to master dancing in the privacy of your home during your spare time. You will be delighted to see how quickly and at what little expense you can learn steps, rhythms, and breaks. Our statement, "Learn today and dance tonight," can be proven by yourself. The dance series consists of foxtrot, waltz, cha-cha-cha, rumba, mambo, tango, charleston, polka, lindy, merengue, and samba, square dance, and party dances. These 12 exciting albums will be an asset to your record collection. Should you wish any other information about our instructional courses on records, please be free to contact us. May we help you as we have helped thousands of your friends. Very truly yours, Conversa-Phone Institute, Edmund L. Owen.
Cleveland, May 30th, 1960. Akron Spice Company, 87 LaSalle Drive, Akron 3, Ohio. Dear Mr. Rogers, in accordance with instructions received from Mr. Monroe Craven, we are arranging to delete your half-page advertisement from the Food Trade Journal for June and July of this year. He has also informed me that before we go to press with our August 1960 issue, we would like to remind you that we are now in preparation of the 1961 edition of the International Food Buyer's Guide for publication late this summer. We are also enclosing a copy of your half-page advertisement as it appeared in the last edition. As you know, the guide has long been established as the most accurate and authoritative source of information about everything pertaining to food and is to be found on the desk of most of the buyers in your industry. As it is published every other year, the guide offers you 2 years' publicity at a nominal cost. As an advertiser, your firm name and address is printed in bold-faced type under 3 classifications, and you receive a free copy of the guide upon publication. Your advertising serves as a constant reminder to all in the trade that the Akron Spice Company is a reliable source of spice and other food supply. The cost of your half-page advertisement in the food guide will be $100. Will you please sign and return the enclosed advertising order blank on or before June 15th so that we can provide for your advertisement in a good position. Sincerely yours, All-State Advertising Agency, Andrew Lee, Advertising Director.